Hey everybody, Joe here. I'm back again, and this time around we're taking a look at what's inside the Video Games Monthly box I got for this month, the month of August 2016. This is actually my third time going through this box on camera. My previous two attempts, unfortunately, the memory card that I was using on my camera, it screwed up, it has some issue. I hope that's not a problem because that's the same memory card that I happen to have my footage from Too Many Games on, and I was really hoping to put a video together with that, but worst case scenario, I'll just make an extra long pickups video which has everything from the second half of June up until this month. So, because I am skipping this month for a standard pickups video, because at the time I just had too much on my plate and I wanted to get the video for the NES A to Z out, and that's done. So back to somewhat normal. I'm gonna try to get back into game reviews and doing what I enjoy doing the most, because trying to go through like big event type of videos like the Too Many Games, the NES A to Z all at once was a little overwhelming for me, especially with work and everything else. Anyway, let's look in this box. I'm going to start off with Game Boy Advance game here. Spider-Man Mysterio's Revenge. Was this based off the cartoon from the 90s? Was it still running in 2001? Leave a comment down below if you know, because that's the font that we got on this label here. Still, you know, I've got a nice collection of GBA titles. I think I'm around, like, I want to say around over 50. Probably closer to 60, something like that. So, cool to add another one. And another handheld game for the Game Boy. This is the first Power Rangers game for the Game Boy. I don't know if there was any more Power Rangers games on Game Boy or Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, but here's this one, which has the Super Game Boy little icon on it. So it probably has custom borders or some junk like that. You know, I was a bit old for Power Rangers. I think the first show started when I was about 9th grade. So, you know, all that stuff, you know, totally ignored. But it's funny because some stuff from that era that was for kids, some of it, looking back, is actually kind of cool. I mean, I've watched quite a bit of, like, the Pokemon cartoon and a lot of other stuff, and some of that stuff, pretty damn cool. 90s actually was a pretty good era for, like, being a kid, I guess. And then moving on, got a N64 game, WCW Mayhem. A lot of people talk about how good the wrestling games were on the N64, but truth be told, it's only really the Aki, AKI, whatever it is, those first couple WCW games, and then all those WWF games that are really spectacular, and then all the others like this one, which was made by Electronic Arts, left quite a bit to be desired. Even like the Acclaim ones, which I thought were damn cool when they first came out, not so hot when you look at them in hindsight. Anyway, WCW Mayhem, I think I have this on the PS1 as well. If not, I know I used to have it on the PS1, and it's not much to write home about. Controls, animation, kind of stiff. Everybody looks kind of constipated. Not great. Moving on, the next two games are boxed. That's why I'm saving them for last. First is, I know this is complete in box. Everything's there. Warranty card, little health safety precautions thing, manual, the little plastic bag the cartridge comes in. It's all there. And this is Risk, Battleship, and Clue on one cartridge as a 3-in-1. Because this is what, you know, they do with board games, or they were doing with board games in the GBA era. Also, they did a lot of like budget stuff, 2-in-1s with the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance era as well. A lot of stuff like you'll get 2-in-1s like old school arcade games like Missile Command and Centipede or something like that. But a lot of these, I mean, it's kind of neat, but then again, most of these are really only fun if you've got multiple players. And you're really, especially like Risk, you really want multiple players and, get the board out on the table and actually physically play the board game. Same with Clue. So this will probably never get played, but it's neat because it's 100% complete in box. Haven't had a GBA game that was like that before. And let's see, last game is Subterranea. I don't know if this is any good or anything like that. I know I don't have it, so that's definitely a plus. And it's also another box Genesis game I can stick right here over my shoulder, which is kind of neat. It's got some, funky looking artwork on the cover. There's some kind of like monster being pursuing a some kind of ship. Subterranea, I guess it's all underground. Looking at the pictures on the back, I guess this is some kind of like shmup or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to check it out, since I have it. Anyway, that's the box. Also, their little like freebie junky item, instead of like Gumball Machine toys, they're doing another thing with their branding on it. This one's on them little rubber bracelets. Not my thing. Not into that sort of thing. But still, this was a pretty good box. I mean, I guess the highlights are Subterranea and the box GBA game. I don't really see myself playing much of the other stuff. I mean, I might play through the WCW Mayhem because, at least once a year I do look at some wrestling games and have some fun with that. And who knows? Might be fun to do a bad wrestling games video or something like that, because I do have some of the other, WCW games that leave quite a bit to be desired, and there were more bad wrestling games than just that. That was August's box for me. Hope you've enjoyed this look, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Take care.